was here for I feel like we're tuning in. Best services. I want to subscribe to your YouTube channel now. Over more than I was subscribing to your YouTube channel. So never if you do be to channel anymore, I have about phone so now once happy. And then your papa, your brother, your baby, a Ganaman, your bar, I bet you train and come on. Ganaman, you're welcome.
But that's it. Remember, I would have to say.
Young Kupana, baby, I come.
I was actually in to
but last week, movie video be our number so the man now dear sir. But once we in my town, can say, I saw what yet, and I saw them by gate and by cross over, and I see what yet. Okay, obey you.
Oh, I never the passer. Some passer for body. Means that's what I'm going to meet. That's what the
near will see us on penance. Now, dear, I saw no see no way there. The Nippon is as a young police. The human is the person in the name of God.
The assumption. The
name is on American.
Oh, the now can see my depa. Say the baby ship. No, I really is around God. Oh, the son of my young, but Musumo, and I'm one also. As a matter of fact, Mona also. And it was also more. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, yes, as a human is not here. Also, getting die. Okay. So I say, you say, what dear son who go preaching, and Nana, oh, where now would you might go from all camp? On your dogma 7 and find your coupon side. Because what to correction crack said one course of correction out to me to the bois as a phenomenon. I said, human is the open person we hear papa. Not say what is gonna comment back. The Bible said now who follow the principle of the church as in giving offering to the needy or the church. Oh, they say, to make them not invite him is what I said. And the beauty of it is that it was Sunday. Oh, beautiful. Say program now me call it. They invite him. Call Monday Thanksgiving service. I was ready. And you come out Thanksgiving. Beautiful. Oh, I was program. They've been so yummy. Almost like a man rush on them one, and the rush of nip pipes and the nip pump. And a message now may preach anybody a blue baby. I haven't a home one or seven and the question piano. Every way they share pass or them walk with them or was them war and our continent. But what is you say about who does already? Oh, you rush on them. Never cost us a rush. Oh, not feeling it. Oh, the film was great. So we share only any Panama. Modi and Yado, ye moon come on. The film is great. The public stage, the film is great. So, but you can testify that in the house of God there is a lot of joy. I can testify that in the midst of humans, a lot of joy. When humans have. But when you went there, in the name or the purpose for the gathering was to worship God, and you were there. Although you have your own motive of being there, but the purpose was what? To serve God. And through serving of God, there was what? Abundance of what? Joy in the house. Which when you went there, you were felt or you were moved by the what? The joy in the house of God. Do you think that the deal without human beings would have experienced that joy? The deal alone without the human beings. And without the presence of God too, there wouldn't be that joy. Where we are now, having this interview, there's joy because I'm interacting with you. So I'm feeling the same energy. Okay. So what I want to draw your attention to the fact that whenever human beings are gathered, there's that socialization, there's that love, that's born between them. Okay. When you gather in church and you think that you are gathering in the name of God, that is your perspective. Okay. That building without human beings, it is empty. That is true. Am I right? Yeah, right. That's why I keep saying that in the absence of humanity, everything is meaningless. Once we gather, we begin to share our experiences. There is joy. That is just by the way, let's have a conversation. Who is Ghana man? This man. Oh, thank you. I like your costume. Oh, thank you. You know, this is how Ghana man has been dressing for the past 8 years, and this is how I've been looking till I die. Ghana man is a systematic universal patriotism campaigner. The man who is campaigning for the knowledge of patriotism and instilling the essence of patriotism in the younger generation. The man who is working for humanity. I am promoting Ghana to Ghanaians, humanity to humans, and promoting the unification of the human race. So this is Ghana man, and I'm called Ghana man because of the way I looked. In your submission of who you are, you said
systematic
universal patriotism campaigner. Yeah.
When you say systematic universal, there are 2 lines.
Yeah.
I want you to throw more light on it.
Something that is done systematically, building from one point to the other to achieve a global result. Okay. So when we talk about patriotism is love for one's nation. Okay. But systematic patriotism is about the universe. Systematic, which means that whatever geographical settlement you find yourself as an individual, that place is there's a responsibility on you to take care of that place. And others are doing the same thing. So systematically we are building the entire universe. Okay. So that's why it's a systematic universal patriotism. So claiming myself in rainbow green doesn't mean Ghana is much more important than others. No. Okay. The call is Ghanaians have to be patriotic. Okay. Other nations they also patriotic. That's a systematic approach to patriotism. Okay. Eventually we are building the entire universe. So that whatever we find ourselves as human beings, we are supposed to migrate freely. Okay. Are you aware of that? Oh, it is only human beings that need passport to migrate. Animals don't need passport. That's how silly we are as human beings. Okay, because of the blockades that we are giving to ourselves. Okay, so the whole idea is wherever you find yourself as a human being, make that place conducive. So at any point in time when I migrate your end, I'll feel being treated like human. When you migrate to my point, you feel being treated as human, creating that conducive environment for humanity. That's why it's a systematic universal patriotism campaign. It goes beyond just loving your country, but it's about the universe. Creating that conducive environment for human beings, for us to enjoy on this earth.
Agenda. I think you have a beautiful message that needs attention. But the question I keep asking myself, why you combine the message of patriotism to
exactly
religion?
So and as I was rightly saying that religion divides us. Okay. It divides us in a way that you are expecting me to accept your religious philosophy to be counted, and the other religious group is also accepting your philosophy. But in patriotism that is centered in humanity, you don't need any religious concept to be counted. Okay. You don't need to be a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Buddhist, traditionalist. Once you are a human being, it's good to go. Okay. So the focus, and then the patriotism message is about unification. How do we unite ourselves as human beings to engage in what I call collective reasoning to build a beautiful universe? And one of the things that is an impediment to the unification of human being is religion. Religion is an impediment to the unification of the human race. So anybody who is championing the cause of unity, you cannot do that on the basis of religion. When you try that, you are failed. Because religion has already divided the human race. It is a choice though, nobody is against people's choice. But something that is against our unification, we need to speak to it. And it is not only against our unification, it also distorts the mind. It takes away the love for ourselves to something else. And so we need to draw people's attention to humanity, to humanism. That's what we need.
I mean, I don't have a problem with your message. Okay. It's very good message. That's what I think we need. But for instance, this is a Christian nation, but we have Muslims here, we have Christians here, we have Hindus here, and all that. We all live in peace. There's no war, there's no misunderstanding between us. So when we say religion has divided us,
there are different kinds of wars. There are psychological wars, there are psychological divisions. You may seem to be united, but psychologically you are divided. That is why the least spark of any anger, you see things get out of hand. And then when you are in the city, sometimes you won't hear some of these things. When you go to the hinterlands, you see that there's tension between these religious groups. And the listing, coupled with tribal differences, the listing they are fighting one another. What is currently happening in Israel between the Palestinians? Some of us think that it's more religious than political. The war that is happening is more religious than political. And funny enough, all Christian nations support Israel. All Islamic nations support Palestine. So what does it tell you? The fight is more religious than political.
You may be right.
I'm right, not I may be right.
You've been on the field. How long have you been on the field, preaching?
8 years I've been doing this. I've been doing feasibility study. I've not done anything yet. All the past 8 years I was already doing feasibility study. I'm yet to hit the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how has the feedback been?
The feedback has been great. People love the patriotism message, in exception that a lot of people wish, don't mingle it with religion. Put the religion aspect aside and let's focus on the patriotism because it's a beautiful message. So people embrace the message. But then, good enough, when I'm out there propagating the message of patriotism, I don't mingle it with religion though. But if you ask me of my personal view, of my view concerning religion, I will boldly tell you. Yeah, but when I'm out there, it's about patriotism centered on humanity. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. But you said something, if I can read it here, you said promoting Ghana to Ghanaians.
Yes, yeah, Ghana actually Ghana.
Yeah. Why promoting Ghana to Ghanaians and not Ghana to the outside world?
Yes, of course, yes. So it's very much important to promote Ghana to Ghanaians because as Ghanaians, I think we don't know what we have.
Really?
Yes, I think we don't know what we have. A very beautiful country, not as huge as other nations. Have all the resources that we need to package ourselves. There shouldn't be a need for any of our youth to travel outside in search of cleaner packages. Okay? There's nothing wrong for us to travel. That when you travel, probably are going to acquire certain knowledge, come back and build your nation.
Okay.
But for a Ghanaian to travel in search of cleaner packages, we are sick. And we need to promote Ghana to Ghana because we have all it takes. We have all it takes as a nation. You see, what is it, Sikaman? One of my nicknames is Sikaman, which is money nation. This small nation of ours is money nation. Everything is money. And all the weather conditions are very favorable that we can do whatever we want to do. Look at the gold, the oil, the timber, the cocoa. Mention them. Come to the normal edible materials like the cassava, the beans, the millet, the sesame seeds, and a lot of things in abundance. A lot of things. The plantain, the other things. Let's even take cassava. Let's assume that we already have cassava. You know a lot of things that we can get from cassava. And so we have all these things. But go to the airport every evening. Go and see the human resources that are being exported out of the country. People are going out of their own way because they think things are not working well. So when you live in such an environment where we have everything in our fingertips, but people are crying 24/7, and the younger generations are moving out of the country, they are the future of the country, and they are moving elsewhere to be used. By the time they return back to their country, they are immense and what do you call it, abriwise. All they can boast about plenty talk, their experiences over there. And it is dangerous. That is why there is a need to promote Ghana to Ghanaians, so that it is an awakening message for us to awake and begin to shape our thinking process.
Okay, so you said the youth keep what? Traveling
outside,
looking for greener pastures. Over there, patriotism is the same as here, yes or no?
The same as no, they are more patriotic than us.
But there's much more.
There are still issues there, okay, but they are more patriotic than us.
In some way.
In many ways. Do you know the reason why?
No.
The rate at which Africans are traveled there, is that the same way they are coming here?
No.
The rate at which let me use Ghana. The rate at which Ghanaians are traveling to UK and US. Is that the same way the US citizens are traveling to Ghana or to Africa?
But there are crosses in the two.
No problem. Now, I would just want us to lay the fact that that is not the same way.
It's not the same
way. You get right.
Yes.
And when we go there,
and nobody in its normal state will do that.
Okay. And then when we go there, we feel comfortable.
Okay.
The environment, the systems work properly done. We have here. That should tell you that the people are more patriotic. They love themselves, so they create a conducive environment for their citizens. And funny enough, the kind of systems that our people go there to enjoy is not the same as the one that the indigenous citizens enjoy there. But yes, still our people feel welcome, they feel being treated as human beings, and they feel being appreciated for the little that they do. I'm telling you, some of the skills that we have here, if we were to be there, you'll be paid higher, you'll be treated with much more respect. But look at the way we treat ourselves here. You get me right? And I don't think that we export our used goods from Africa to the other place for them to use. But they export, yes, to ask for us to use. All these things should tell you that they are more patriotic than us, and they have created a conducive environment for themselves. So when it comes to the subject matter of patriotism, they are doing very well, even though there's still room for them to improve. Because the kind of patriotism they are also practicing there, it's not centered on humanity, it's not humane enough. Their focus is their country, so they can manipulate others to enrich themselves. But the kind of patriotism I'm talking about is centered on humanity. When we create, globally we create a conducive environment for humanity, so that at any given point you find yourself, you have to feel respected, you have to feel being treated as human being. And let me tell you this to annoy you, if this doesn't annoy you. You see, elsewhere, the ambulance that carries dog to the veterinary is well equipped than the one that carries human beings here. And elsewhere, you could be in your house and call a veterinary. My dog is not feeling well. House number so and so. You come and treat your dog. Here, even when you are sick.
Okay.
All these things should anger you. Okay.
Yes. We are approaching. We are in election year, and we are approaching the elections. Okay. I want you to look into the camera and then send a strong message to your people, Ghanaians out there, the world, to watch you. A message of a patriotism, a message of oneness, a message of love, a message of development to the people out there.
Thank you very much, fellow Ghanaians. This year is an election year. Election year does not mean war year. It's supposed to be a peaceful year. It is a year to elect great minds, to elect our own brothers and sisters to rule us. This is not a do and die affair. When it becomes do and die affair, then means that selfishness has taken control. And so let us not go out there fighting our own selves. There's no sense in it. Then let us make sure that whoever we vote for, the person must be a patriot, a humanist, somebody that thinks about the well-being of humanity. Don't just go there and vote for somebody because you think the person is educated, the person can speak, or the person has the courage. No. Vote for people that are humanists, people that have humanity at heart, that have the nation at heart. That's the most important thing. And let us stop fighting ourselves on partisan grounds. We have a beautiful country called ours. This country is not big enough, and together we can build a wonderful country. Let's put aside tribal differences, political differences, religious differences, and hold hands together and build a beautiful nation that we can be proud of. A nation that posterity will come and be proud of us. Together we build. Divided we fall. It is an election year. Wherever you stand, wherever you are, let peace prevail. Speak with wisdom, act with wisdom, think with wisdom, and let Ghana be the priority. Because without Ghana, there's no NDC, there's no NDP, there's no GUM, there's no CDP. Ghana day, we day. Let us protect the nation. Let the peace of this country be our priority. The election year is not a war year. It's supposed to be a peaceful year. Thank you very much.
Your social media handles and your contact.
My social media handles, IG is Ghana_man1. Ghana_man1. Facebook, Ghanaman or Abiti Nelson. Abiti Abitty Nelson Nelson. Abiti Nelson or Ghanaman. TikTok is Boss Sikaman BOZZSIKAMAN. Boss Sikaman. If you want me also to come to your home, your institution, wherever, and deliver the patriotic message, my number, you can call me on 0244 937 862. 0244 937 862. You are having a fanfare for kids, your community, whatever it is, and you want Ghana to represent with the Ghana outfit and then promote Ghana to Ghanaians or deliver the patriotic message, you can call on me. If you also want to invite me on debate, because you disagree with my view, you can also contact my team and make the arrangement, and then we debate on issues that will help us progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Ghanaman. It was
most welcome.
A great moment with you.
Most welcome.
That was so now won't subscribe to your channel now for best subscribers and a video be to channel anymore. Once back can be now. Mediana Pastor Nelson Macra.